Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but I simply wish I was a kid again. Hey everybody, you know what this is. Jerome, B.F.A.M. Cooking. Today, we're going to look at some stuff that I really wanted to make. I told you guys I already pushed this out into the ether. And I said, I need to make something that I would have enjoyed as a kid. I mean, when I was a child, we used to have this thing called peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. One of my favorite, and we try and level it up. We do stuff like put it on toast, add some butter, and throw it into the oven so that it gets all ooey and gooey with some jelly. Today I'm going to bring you something different. It's a dessert. It's called peanut butter and jelly pie. How am I leveling it up? Well, first off, I'm going to use some cookies as a beginning. These are shortbread, pure butter cookies. I like these. I'm going to add more butter. And then we're going to take peanut butter and we're going to make that into a adult sort of way that I like to make it. Happens to have a little bit, just a little bit of alcohol in there, just to make sure you got it over the top. And of course, we'll make homemade jelly. In my case, strawberry jelly. We already pre-made that, but I'm going to show you how to do it in this video. So peanut butter and jelly pie can be made as a whole pie or it can be made as individual cups. My wife suggested that we do that so everybody has an individual serving. Or you could have a whole pie, which I'm also going to do just so you can see what the difference is and how they look. Talking about peanut butter and jelly is one of the staples when I was a kid. When I used to, walk to the marina with my friends and buddies from the block. We used to do that every summer during the summer break. Every day during the summer break, as much as we possibly could, as long as it wasn't raining, because we knew that the beach was closed then. So, peanut butter and jelly pie. Here it goes. Okay, so let's get started. Today we're basically dealing with 3 different recipes. Right, there's a recipe for the shortbread crust. Obviously, you need one for the filling, peanut butter filling, which has a little bit of booze in it. And of course, we have our peanut butter, our jelly portion of this. I'm doing strawberry jelly, and we'll break it up into those different parts. All right. Strawberry jelly made at home, one of the best things you can make. 1 pint of chopped strawberries, fresh strawberries that is, 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, 1 lemon. You'll need both the rind and the zest, or the zest and the juice I should say. And then of course you need a little bit of gelatin just to make sure that it gets jelly-y. So that's 2 teaspoons of gelatin unflavored. Don't forget a pinch of salt, just to taste. Salt brings everything home. This recipe is basically dump everything into a bowl, let the strawberries absorb some of the sugar and give off some of its juices. And you're going to put it in a pot to heat it up and bring it all together. Once you get it to nappe where the gelatin can leave a stripe in the spoon, you're done. It's really Nothing, throw it in the refrigerator and cool it down, and then you'll be ready to use it for this recipe or eat it on a sandwich or whatever. But strawberry jelly is just a great thing, and when you're controlling everything, like you have fresh lemons and you have your homemade vanilla with sugar. How bad could it be? It's just plain delicious.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. We time, you I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how that's the sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Hey, sweet talk. You don't need to say let's convey. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way. On my way. Why you blushing? Be a sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. Yeah. Show me something, give me more than one thing. I need more than less thing. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna
So we're gonna bring the temperature up to like a medium high or so. You want to get the strawberries up to temp. It should take about 15 minutes or so. You don't want to walk away from it because it does have sugar in it, and if you have it in a smaller pot, it could boil over. You're just trying to bring the strawberries to break down, and then it should be able to go to nappe where you can swipe through the spoon and it stays separated like any good sauce. Besides that, it's a real fun process. Don't walk away. It has sugar in it. It could burn. So you want to put this in a heat temp safe Pyrex bowl to cool down, or at least get to room temperature. You don't want to put it directly in a plastic container because it will melt the plastic container. Ta-da! Homemade strawberry jelly. Just put it in a plastic container as you're seeing there and put it in the refrigerator until you're ready to use it. Parts. All right, so right now we're working on a double batch of shortbread cookie crumb to make the crust out of. Right, you need basically something like 1 box per cup. So we need this ground up. We need 1 stick for basically 1 box of cookies, 1 stick of butter, which happens to be half a cup, and some sugar, confectionate sugar, and a little pinch of salt. I'm going to combine those together, pat it down into a tart tray, cook it off, and then that'll be basically the cookie crumb that you'll be dealing with in the shape that you need. Okay? In my case, I'm going to be using a tart pan for the pie, and of course, I'm going to use a muffin pan for the individuals with the little the little paper ring or tinfoil ring to make as the smaller individual ones, in case you want to make it for family. So that's why I'm doing 2 different batches, just so that you can break it out into a pie, or you can break it into individual servings. All right? Because then you can dress it up any way you want.
Sitting by the phone, hoping you'll answer yours, baby. Let's talk until we're fine. You've been in bed for days, empty without me, you say. Can't you just magically turn up and wine? Then you knock on my door on the 2nd floor, and I feel okay. We just made it through, and I love the way I feel for you. Baby, you make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Stuck in an endless fight like every night. It still feels right. Even the words can stay. I wanna change a thing, 'cause without you everything means nothing. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Oh yeah. Still feels right. 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 Oh yeah. We never get it right, but somehow it feels right. We never get it right, but it still feels right. We never get it right, but somehow it feels right. That's how I feel about you. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Stuck in an endless fight like every night. It still feels right. Even the words can stay. I wanna change a thing, 'cause without you everything means nothing. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Oh yeah. Still feels right. 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 Another broken plate, another called off date. We never seem to get it right. Another heart attack, words that we can't take back. We are the reason opposites attract. Once you slam the door on the 2nd floor, I regret it all. And I think it through, I can help the way I feel for you. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Stuck in an endless fight like every night. It still feels right. Even the words can stay. I wanna change a thing, 'cause without you everything means nothing. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Sitting by the phone, hoping you'll answer yours, baby. Let's talk until we're fine. You've been in bed for days, empty without me, you say. Can't you just magically turn up and wine? Then you knock on my door on the 2nd floor, and I feel okay. We just made it through, and I love the way I feel for you. Baby, you make me lose my mind like in an endless fight like every night. It still feels right. Even the words can sing. I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause without you everything means nothing.
Give me a little bit of
Make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Oh yeah, still feels right.
and it's going to make a light mousse that will harden up in the refrigerator and you can slice it. Alrighty? Okay. So we're on to the next recipe. It is the peanut butter mousse or mousse-like area that we're working on now. It's obviously got peanut butter in it. I like the smooth kind. Some people can put the crunchy kind in there if you'd like. But I like to put a little bit of booze in there. It's very little. It's like an eighth of a cup. Right? Peanut butter. We have the molasses, and we have obviously the sugar. This is granulated sugar. It's gonna make like a frosting sort of consistency with butter, of course, right? So we need a quarter cup of the molasses. I think it's a cup and a half of peanut butter. All the recipes will be all in the bottom, so no big deal. And I think it's a cup of actual granulated sugar with 2 sticks of butter. Alrighty, let's get to it. I already put the alcohol in, 4 tablespoons. With the butter, the not so melted butter, churning in there on low speed. Should help to move that butter around a little bit. You want to get the molasses out of the jar easy, just nuke it a little bit. And we need exactly quarter of a cup.
Dancing closely together and staying forever young. What about you and I then? Can't wait to find a way to align with each other. Let's move closer to a new history. Find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found a way to choose right from wrong. Found the strength to go on together.
Cup number 2.
To go on together. To go on together.
Perfect.
We're on a journey.
Cooled. They've been in the refrigerator for 15 minutes to cool down. The pie crusts are all set and to temp. All we have to do now is just assemble. After you've assembled the pie, put the first layer on, you should take it and put it in the freezer before you put the jelly on. This way that it's nice and firm, and then you can top it. So both things have been in the refrigerator, the jelly and then each one of the pies themselves. Okay, everybody, it's just got to go in the refrigerator and cool down and set a little bit. And then all you have to do is slice it and serve it out as you see best. This are 2 versions, and we have a nice peanut butter and jelly pie or tart pie. And then you have peanut butter individual pies, so like you can serve it where my wife was suggesting if you have a dinner party, everybody has their own. So the individual ones are in like cupcake wrappers. So before you put it on the plate, obviously you need to remove the wrapper and make it so that it looks nice on the plate. But they're smaller bites. This way people can have, they get a layer of cookie and they get a layer of peanut butter, and it'll be nice and firm then, and then a layer of jelly. So it's a thicker layer of peanut butter than there is jelly, which is why you call it a peanut butter jelly pie as compared to a jelly peanut butter pie. B.F.A.M cooking, you know what this is, baby. Enjoy.